These four men decided to use a 9-year-old boy for money rituals. So when they took him to the native doctor took one look at the boy and told them that his head was too strong and that he would not be good for the ritual. However, the men insisted that he tries it. You will not believe what happened next. The sad part about the story is that amongst the four men, one of them is the father of the boy. 50-year-old Ponibada lives in Benin Republic with his family. He is said to be married and has 10 children. He doesn't have a good job, and so he's struggling to take care of all his children. Few months ago, he reached out to one of his brother who was in Nigeria, in Ogun State, and his brother told him that he was doing well in Ogun State, working in a farm. In the conversation, Ponibada complained to his brother, Benjamin, of his condition at home back in Benin Republic. And that was when Benjamin, his brother, told him that the owner of the farmland is looking for laborers. And so Ponibada thought this was an opportunity for him to grab, to make money and take care of his family. And so he took his son, 9-year-old Agba, down to Ogun State, Nigeria, to begin working in the farmland, where Benjamin was also working at. So around May and July of 2023 was when Agba began working in the farmland, and he began getting paid. But unfortunately, he was being paid 5,000 naira a month. Over time, Pony began complaining to Benjamin that the money is too small for the work that the boy is doing. However, the farmland did not belong to Benjamin. He too was just a worker there, and there was nothing he could do to raise the little boy's salary. Besides, he's a little boy. There is not much he could be paid, or he won't be paid as equal as the other adults who worked there. Realizing that there was nothing that could be done about raising this little boy's salary, Ponibada came up with a new idea to make money and save his family out of poverty. And you will not believe the idea he came up with. After Ponibada realized that his son was not going to get paid more than 5,000 naira for working in the farm, he told his brother Benjamin that instead of keeping Agba in the farm, they should use him for money rituals. He asked Benjamin if he knew of anyone that could kill this boy and use him for money rituals to make them rich. Benjamin, in his reply, said that he doesn't know anyone who could do the money ritual, but he will ask around, that he's sure he was going to find someone. I mean, this is Ogun State. It would not be difficult to find a herbalist that will be willing to do this ritual for them. And it did not take long before Benjamin found someone who promised to take them to a native doctor that would be willing to perform this ritual. So days leading to the day of the ritual, that is somewhere around July of 2023, the middle of July, the person that Benjamin had reached out to give them direction to the native doctor by the name of Koshelu was not even sure where to take them to. It turned out that they had multiple options of the native doctor to use. Eventually, Koshelu found one. However, when he spoke to that one on the phone, that native doctor told them that there was nothing like money ritual, that money ritual does not exist, and warned them not to do anything stupid. But that's not what these people wanted to hear. That's not what they needed to hear. I mean, this was a big deal. A father is willing to sacrifice his own son to raise money. It doesn't happen always. So this was an opportunity for all of them not to throw away. So Koshelu ignored the call of that native doctor who told them that money ritual is not real and continued looking for another native doctor that would be willing to carry out the sacrifice. But to his greatest surprise, a few days later, that native doctor that told him nothing like money ritual exists, told him to bring his victim, the person that they were going to use for the ritual, and told them that he was ready to do the ritual for them. First red flag. But obviously, greedy people like this would not see it. So when they took the boy to the native doctor, all three of them, and there's a motorcyclist amongst them, the person that transported them to the location, the native doctor saw the little boy and told them that his head was too strong, that they cannot use him for money rituals. The men were confused as to, okay, what does this mean? What do you mean by his head was too strong? And so the native doctor suggested to them that he was going to take the boy to another native doctor that will be able to break through the boy's strong head and perform the ritual regardless. But he was going to need 100,000 naira to do so. And that was how the four men went outside the shrine to talk amongst themselves how they were going to raise this 100,000 naira to get the native doctor to take them to the other native doctor that will be willing to perform this ritual of this strong head boy. So three of the men agreed that they were going to pay the 100k. They told the father of the boy not to bother since he has already brought his son. Benjamin, the supposed uncle of the boy, brought 50,000 naira, while the other two men paid 25. They were finally able to raise the 100,000 naira and they gave it to the native doctor. After paying the native doctor the 100,000 naira, the native doctor picked up his phone and called somebody that is supposed to be the herbalist that would perform the money ritual. Excitedly, the men were waiting for the strong native doctor that would do this money ritual. All the while, the boy is with them and does not even know what is going on. He wasn't really scared because he was with his father and his uncle, so he did not think anything was happening until something finally happened. While the men were waiting for the native doctor to come, they heard a loud noise outside, only for them to look and realize that the herbalist did not call another native doctor. Rather, he called the police. A bunch of policemen were outside waiting for these four men to arrest them because the native doctor had reported them for what they were about to do to a 9-year-old boy. All four of them were immediately arrested and the little boy was rescued. Although it was said that the boy was confused because he did not know what was happening. The police assured that the boy was going to be taken care of, and since the boy is not Nigerian, he is from Benin Republic, the police also promised that they would take him back home to his family. But for his father and his uncle and the other accomplice, they will all be facing the law. It's such a heartbreaking story to say that this boy's life was about to be wasted because of greed. When the men were paraded and they were asked questions as to why they were doing what they were doing, the boy's father said that he needed to take care of his other 9 children at home and that was what he was planning to do with the money. One of the men also expressed regrets, citing that he should have known that that native doctor was about to set them up. Not only did the native doctor report them to the police and had them arrested, he was able to get 100,000 naira from them and also still save the young boy's life. How brilliant. Even despite the native doctor telling them that money ritual does not exist, they still did not get the sign. And that is a good thing because I feel like the native doctor realized that if he is unable to carry out that money ritual, these men, these greedy men, were still going to find another native doctor that would be willing to do it. And so that was why the native doctor changed his mind days later and asked them to bring the boy to his shrine, promising them that he was going to do the ritual or call somebody else to do it, only for him to end up calling the police on them, arresting the men and rescuing the boy. Kudos to the herbalist. You see, not all traditional healers are bad people, because this said native doctor is a herbalist and he knew very well and even told them clearly that money ritual does not exist. But they did not listen and they still fell into the trap. That is what happens to you when you're greedy and evil. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to let me know what you think about the story. Like, share, comment your thoughts, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't subscribed to our channel on YouTube. You can follow us on other platforms. Don't forget to turn on notification button so should there be any new video, you'll be the first to get notified. Thank you for watching.